How to create a new asset using a template file. Starting from the template created in the previous video, the idea is to create the following composition. If this is the entire canvas, it will have a height h and a width w that will cover the entire web browser window. We want to create in the layer 1 a yellow circle centered in the canvas with a diameter equals to the half of the canvas height. In the layer 2, we want to create a square centered in the canvas with a size equals to 1/3 of the canvas. To draw the yellow circle in layer 1, we need to add some JavaScript commands in the test1d1 function. First, we uncommented this line to obtain 3 variables. SSX equals to the canvas width, SSY equals to the canvas height, and SS equals to the minimum between height and width. These variables will be useful in most of our compositions. We maintain this second line commented because we do not need it for this example. Then, we define the fill color equals to yellow. Now we can define the circle, where the first parameter is the X position of the center. The second parameter is the Y position of the center. The third parameter is the circle radius. And the last 2 parameters defines the angles in radians from 0 to 2 pi to have a complete circle. Last, we maintain this line commented because we do not need it for now. To draw the red square in layer 2, we need to add some JavaScript commands in the test1d2 function. First, we uncommented this line to obtain the canvas size variables. We maintain this second line commented because we do not need it for this example. Then, we define the fill color equals to red, and the square size L equals to 1/3 of the canvas height. Now we can define the square, where the first parameter is the X position of the upper left rectangle corner. The second parameter is the Y position of the upper left rectangle corner. And the last 2 parameters defines the size of the rectangle in X and Y direction. Last, we maintain this line commented because we do not need it for now. With those 2 functions defined, the whole test1 HTML file looks like this. Now, if we open the file with a web browser, we can see that the composition is showed and it is adapted to the window size. Always the circle and the square are at the center and have the same size relatively. If we coded the different layers in this way, in the future when we want to merge these layers in a new composition, we cannot change the figures' position or their sizes. Then, when we code a new asset composition, we need to decide which characteristics of the asset could be changed when they are merged with other assets to create a new composition. For this example, we will define the figures' position and their sizes as parameters, but the colors cannot be changed. To do so, we first need to include these modifications in the test1d1 function. We must include the position and size parameters as arguments, and then use them inside the code instead of fixed values. Later, we need to include the position and size parameters as arguments in the test1d2 function, and then use them inside the code instead of fixed values. Lastly, we have to change the function calls including the value for each parameter. With those 2 functions redefined, the whole test1 HTML file looks like this. This file works the same as the previous version, drawing a yellow circle and a red square in the center of the canvas. But now, if we merge it with other file to create a new composition, we can define the figures' positions and sizes. This asset composition is static. None of the figures move or change over time. In the next video we will review how to create an animated asset composition. Thanks for watching.